Hey people, I'm on a roll. I want to continue from what I was talking about yesterday. And we were talking about taking a grip of our minds, taking a grip of our actions, and letting our actions determine what we think. Now, those are both great models. Our mind telling our actions what to do, and our actions now, when they're sick and tired of not working, begin to get a grip to themselves and tell the mind what to do simply by doing what is right. The next part of the passage is intriguing, though. It builds on that. He says this, and I read again from what we said yesterday. He says, therefore, prepare your minds for action. Be self-controlled. Self-controlled. Now, you know what he's referring to, I guess, would be the passage in Galatians 5, where he's talking about the fruit of the Spirit, and that is what we were talking about the first day. When the fruit of the Spirit begins to work in your life through what you think, it will be an automatic outworking. I've never seen a fruit tree battling to produce fruit. Its own type. Never seen a vine trying to battle to produce grapes. I'm going to make these things and I'm going to grow these things. It happens naturally. Grape vines produce grapes. It's the most natural thing in the world. Now, when we're looking at our Christian life, so too it should be for us. Come what may, fruit should be the outcome of a changed mind and a changed mindset. Now, we look at the issue of self-control, and you know what I like? It says self-control. It's the last one of the aspects of the fruit of the Spirit, because the fruit says this: the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, meekness, and self-control. All of those other things come from a heart attitude, come from a change of mind. But self-control is the one that you're in control of. You can have all of the others lined up there and hoping to be able to be more loving and more kind and more faithful and more gentle and all that kind of stuff. Those are all good things. But without self-control, it will never, ever happen. I guess it's kind of like what I've said before, is like self-control is like the skin on an orange. All the different scaphes in the orange are the love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, etc. But they would be floating around in thin air if they didn't have the skin. Self-control pulls them all together. Now, all those other parts of the fruit of the Spirit come from the work of the Holy Spirit. The self-control aspect, that's your deal. That's your deal. It says self-control. You have to control yourself. You can't blame circumstances on your bad behavior. You can't blame circumstances on your poor attitudes, because as much as love, joy, peace, patience, kindness comes from the Spirit, the fruit of the Spirit, you put the skin on that thing. You make it into flesh. You make it real. So self-control has to become a real part of who you are. Some of the most amazing Christians that I have ever met are people who have this. They just have a depth of self-control that circumstances doesn't control. They're not controlled by the weather. They're not controlled by the prevailing wisdom of the day. They're not controlled by politics. They're not controlled by the ups and downs and the health and the issues of fun. They're not controlled by those things. They are self-controlled. Now, if we want to be self-controlled, God says, don't pray for more of the strength we spoke about yesterday. You have to do those things. You never pray, Lord, make me more patient. God's going to say, you don't want me to answer that prayer. Because if you want to be more patient, I'm going to put you in more places where you need patience. You have to exercise the self-control. Lord, help me to be kind. And God is saying, sorry, I can't help you with that one either. Just be kind. It's you who has to do those things. Lord, help me to share my faith with other people. God said, I can't help you do that. You've got to do those things. That's our part in the Christian journey that I hope we're all embarked upon. Self-control is the skin, pulls all the beautiful fruit together. The fruit is wonderful. It comes from the indwelling Spirit of God. But the last thing at all, after all, people, is the fruit of the Spirit is self-control. That's you. You got to pull it all together. I hope you'll find that to be true. Have a fantastic day, guys, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.